Avoid moving to the Greater Palm Springs area unless you can handle these 9 negatives. Have you been considering a move to the Greater Palm Springs area and wondering if there are some negatives before you make the move? Here are 9 negatives that I'm going to talk about. Let's get at it. Let's go ahead and start with number 9. This is really the most obvious one, and that's sunshine. The Greater Palm Springs area gets 300 days or more of Mr. Sunshine a year, and the percentage of available sunshine time is about 90% sun. This isn't a record, as places a little further east like Yuma, Arizona have even less clouds, but that's a lot of sunshine. If you aren't one who loves to bask in the sun or may enjoy more of the seasons, perhaps this is not the place for you. The sun in our desert does take a toll on our outdoor furniture, cars, and your skin if you don't prepare. We have learned here in the desert that we need to cover all of our outdoor furniture, because if you don't, you're going to be buying new furniture every year. The sun can be brutal on a car if it's left out every day without being in the garage. Not everyone has a garage here, but they will cover it or at least put a sunscreen on the windshield. The annual rainfall here in the Greater Palm Springs area is only a total of 5.8 inches. So if you love a lot of rain with less sunshine, then this is not where you want to live. The plus for me living here with the abundance of sun is that you can enjoy outdoors so many more days of the year. Number 8 on our list is that the dust here can be a problem if you have a problem with allergies. Every spring in the Greater Palm Springs area, the wind does start to pick up, and at times can bring some wind up to hurricane speeds, and when this happens, dust blows everywhere. If you suffer from allergies, the dust can make you miserable. The good thing is that it only lasts a few weeks and then the wind dies down. I suffer from allergies, and I do need to take allergy medicine this time of year to get a handle on it. We get wind here because of the geographic location of our valley. We sit just east of 2 mountain ranges, the San Jacinto Mountains and the Santa Rosa Mountains, and south we have the mountain range of the San Bernardino Mountains. A lot of wind blows through our mountain pass and right into the desert. The windiest times of the day are usually between the mid-afternoon to the early morning, around 2 p.m. to 2 a.m. This is the reason why we have a wind farm in North Palm Springs, Desert Hot Springs, and Whitewater. There are many factors that bring wind to our valley. Oftentimes, it's a low-pressure system coming from the Gulf of Alaska, creating a pressure change between the coast and the desert. It could also be a local thunderstorm that generates a haboob. When I first heard the word haboob, I thought it was so funny. Number 7 on our list is friendly people. If you would rather not be around people and don't like to socialize, then living here in the desert won't be for you. People here seriously are always in a good mood. Our city is more like a resort, and who isn't in a good mood when you're on vacation? I have to pinch myself sometimes because living here does feel like you're on vacation every day. I guess it's hard not to be happy when most often the weather is just about perfect and there are so many fun things to do here. My husband and I get invited to do something with neighbors almost every night. There are barbecues, happy hours, game nights, shows, and being invited to play pickleball. If you go out to dinner, you might as well plan on making some new friends. Practically every time we go out, we meet new people. So if you really aren't much into socializing, then it's probably not the place for you. If you're looking to be around friendly people and are thinking of moving to the Greater Palm Springs area, my name is Kim Bloch, and I help people buy and sell homes here, and I just love it. Feel free to contact me at any time so I can make your transaction as smooth as possible. Number 6 on our list is bugs. Yes, we have them. We are in the desert and there are bugs here. The most common are black widow spiders and fire ants. Black widows like to hang around dark places like around the pool equipment. I have been asked about snakes and tarantulas, and these are less common, but they can be seen on hikes. We also have those lovely cockroaches. In the past couple years, we have had more rain than usual, and with that, we've had some tiny bugs called charcoal seed bugs coming out in forces. So if bugs give you the heebie-jeebies, then this may not be the place for you. Trust me, I don't like bugs, but we spray monthly to ward them off. Number 5 on the list is that during season, which is getting earlier and earlier, there are more people. I can always tell when the snowbirds get here because I see more traffic on the roads than usual, and yes, out-of-towners don't always know the rules of the road here, so we do need to be more careful. You do need reservations most often during the season at restaurants, and there are lines at some of the attractions. So you just need to plan ahead. I'm one that loves the summer when it's the slowest time of year here, but once our snowbirds and out-of-towners flock in, it makes our desert lively, and I do love and appreciate that they love our desert as much as we do. When you live here, you just know to be more careful on the roads. Make reservations when you decide to have a meal out and get to places early that you know that might have a crowd. I would say the most crowded times in our desert are when we have events like Coachella and Stagecoach Music Festival. Coachella brings in about 250,000 people and Stagecoach brings in about 80,000. So yes, it does get a bit crowded at times in our desert, but the desert is a vacation destination. And we do have some incredible events throughout the year, which is great for our economy. With that being said, if you like less traffic and don't like the occasional traffic or busyness, then this may not be the place for you. But do remember, it's only during season. Number 4 on our list is transportation. We are lacking it here in the Palm Springs area. If you live here, you do need transportation. Sunlight Transit Agency does operate a bus that runs about 15 routes throughout the Coachella Valley. You do need the exact change to pay for a ride. You can purchase a day pass or a 10-ride pass. Passes are sold online. One of their busiest routes for tourists is the Green Line, which travels throughout Palm Springs. However, the bus system is known to be slow and hours are short, with reduced operating hours on select routes on the weekend. The buses also run every 20 or 40 minutes, so it's best to have a backup form of transportation. There are Uber and Lyft services here and taxis as well. But obviously, this won't be the most convenient or cost-effective if traveling from one end of the valley to the other. So really, if you don't have a car or a set of wheels, it is probably not going to be the place for you. Number 3 on my list is that there isn't much in the way of economic diversity. The primary economic driver in Palm Springs is tourism. It's also one of the only economic drivers here. There are very few tech and manufacturing jobs available. However, there is a demand for healthcare workers, but pretty much if you aren't in the tourism, healthcare, retail, or work from home, then this may not be the place you want to be. Number 2 on our list is the cost of living here in Palm Springs. The housing costs here are remarkably affordable, and you will find the cost of services in almost every other area a lot higher. According to the Cost of Living Index, Palm Springs ranks at 131.3 on a scale of 100. But this is better than some other cities in California. However, it is much higher than the national average. As of this recording, the median home price in Palm Springs proper is over $949,000, and transportation costs push it upwards as well. One of the highlights in the Cost of Living Index is healthcare expenses. Palm Springs ranks at 87.8, while the average in California is 92.4. So do know all your costs if you're thinking about moving here. There are some higher costs and some lower costs compared to other cities. You never want to be blindsided, so do look at all the numbers. Finally, number 1 on my list is the heat in the summertime. Yes, it gets very hot here in the summertime. Summer temps regularly climb over 100 during the day, with 104 being the average in June and 108 being the average in August. Yes, these are average temps. I have seen it get to 123, but we don't see this often, and when it does, it is usually in the months of July and August. The average temps remain above 70 all summer. Most activities are moved to indoors or to the evening hours in the hot months. Many locals will go to the beaches or the mountains to escape the heat for a few days. So if the heat is not one of your fans, then this may not be the place for you. I don't mind the summer months because we have less crowds, the pools come to a nice temperature, the nights are lovely when you sit out in a pair of shorts and tank top and not shiver. I love a good deal, and many restaurants have summer deals to attract more people. And you may even find discounts on hotels here during our summer months. If you have found this video to be helpful, hit that like button and subscribe. This will help my channel grow so you don't miss any of my new videos. Check out this video on the 9 cities of Palm Springs.